what's up everyone, YankeeBaseBlog here. It is Monday, August 26th, 2013. This past week, the Yankees were 5-2. They had a huge 4-game sweep against the Toronto Blue Jays, and they did lose 2 out of 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays. However, it was looking like it was going to be a 3-game sweep, but the Yankees pulled it out. 11 innings of baseball, but we got the win, and that's the most important thing. First things first, a big congratulations has to go out to Ichiro Suzuki, who notched his 4,000th hit in baseball in his career. Now, obviously, there's a lot of controversy about this because he did play 8 years in the NPB in Japan. However, you think because he played 8 years in Japan before he came to the Mariners in 2001, you think, how many would he have if he played in the MLB for those 8 years? I mean, maybe not even 8 years, maybe like 5 years. But you think, like, he has 2,723 hits right now from 2001, so that's what, like 11 and a half to 12 years in baseball? I mean, that's awesome. And you think, like, alright, yeah, he didn't spend his entire career in the MLB, but professional hits. It's professional hits. It doesn't matter if it's here or there. Professional hits, he had 4,000. And I saw an argument, it was like, that's like having a 1,000 and whatever hits in the minor leagues and then being set, I mean, really ridiculous things. And honestly, I feel like if he wasn't on the Yankees, people would be a little bit more open to actually being like, yes, 4,000 hits, he deserves it, you know, whatever. I mean, he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and it's awesome to see him do it in pinstripes. As I mentioned before, the 4-game sweep against the Jays was huge for the Yankees, and of course the first day, you have a doubleheader. Now, in general, you usually lose one of those games because you only put out half of your team for each game. But the Yankees won both, and you gotta give it up to someone like the guys down in the lineup a bit. I mean, Chris Stewart had that huge 3-run shot in Game 1, and then Jason Nix not only tied the game at 2-2, huge home run, and then he won it in the bottom of the 9th. And you know, that's kind of, you know, a walk-off is huge in any respect for the Yankees, of course boosting morale, but when you play a doubleheader, you don't want the game to go beyond the 9th in the second game, or in the first game. You don't want extra innings. So it was huge. Jason Nix came through. But of course, this brings me to some bad news. Jason Nix was hit by a pitch on Wednesday. R.A. Dickey's knuckleball clipped him in the hand, left hand, and he broke it. So he will probably be gone for the rest of the year. Hopefully he's not. Hopefully somehow he magically recovers. But it's a terrible loss for the Yanks. And one more injury to add to the collection of this year. But let's get back to some good news for the Yanks. The starting pitching has been really, really solid this week. Starting with Ivan Nova. I mean, he had 2 starts this week. He had 1 bad inning. His second inning against the Blue Jays on Tuesday for the day half of the doubleheader was not great. He gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, and I think he hit a batter and he walked a batter. So that was bad, but the rest of the game was fine. He had the run support that he needed, and it was just that 1 bad inning. So, and then on Sunday, yesterday, he was great. He was what you can ask for against a lineup like the Rays. Yes, the Rays eat Yankee pitching alive. And, you know, he did not have his best stuff, but he got ground ball outs. He was doing well, and that's all we can ask for. He only gave up 2 runs, and then, of course, Andy Pettitte. 2 great back-to-back starts. That's what we need. That's what we want. He got his winning percentage back up to 500, which is what we want. He pitched a great game on Thursday. I mean, huge. He got that extra day off. Adam Warren pitched on Wednesday for the Yanks, And, I mean, Andy Pettitte pitched 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits. It was huge. And let's just hope they keep it going, they keep it going. The 2 big bats I want to shine on this week were Alfonso Soriano and Robinson Cano. Soriano, you know, yes, he is a very streaky hitter, but he came up huge in 2 different games this week. The first one, obviously, is Wednesday night's game against the Blue Jays. He hit that huge 2-run bomb against R.A. Dickey in the 8th. And, you know, when you hit a 2-run bomb in the 8th to break a 2-2 tie, the game's over. You could just hand the ball to Mariano Rivera to get the save, and your night is sweet. Now, the other one was yesterday's game, Sunday's game, against the Rays. The game was tied 2-2 going into the 11th, and with 1 out, he hit a huge double, and then stole third, like, really early in the count, and it was one of those plays, like, wow, that was huge. That was a huge risk, but a high reward, because a couple pitches later, Curtis Granderson hit a fly ball, sac fly. Yankees ended up winning 3-2. Huge, huge win and huge performance. Now, on the other hand, Robinson Cano is on fire. Beyond on fire. In the past week, he was 12 for 29, which comes out to a .413 average. He hit 2 home runs and had 8 RBIs. So, it's huge. And when you have, you know, your best hitter in the lineup actually doing something, it's really big for the team, and it really is good going forward, because if Robinson Cano is not hitting, then the team is losing. And that's just basic, you know, basic schematics. Like, if your best hitter is hitting the ball, then you're probably going to have a good chance at winning. So I guess that is it for the weekly update. I will see you all next week. I hope you all have a great one, and of course, I hope the Yankees have a great one too. Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm sorry. We're really bad, but I don't know how we won, so.